What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Adam and the Ants. Once again, big shout out to Han Solo. And we're going back to Antics in the Forbidden Zone, which is a compilation. And it starts with a handful of tracks from Dirk Wears White Sox. And the next tune is Whip. Is it Whip in My? I think it's Whip in My. Yeah, Whip in My. I don't know, it's a word we don't really use here in the States. I think the French original is like Evelise, although I don't think it's said that way in English. But again, in the States, I don't think we really use the word. My understanding is that it relates to like a small carry-all bag. And so the idea of a whip in a valise, or however it is said, perhaps it could be about, projecting a more, straight, laced persona outwardly, but then in your bag you have a whip, which perhaps indicates, more salacious interests. So I wonder if it could be about the dichotomy between someone's public image and their private life. At the very least, a whip is something that is not necessarily used in most everyday contexts. So ultimately, I wonder, what the whip is all about and what it's doing in the bag, and whether others end up knowing about it. So let's find it out. That has anything to do with the actual song. This is Adam and the Ants. The tune is Whip in My Valise. Again, I don't think that's how it's actually said in English, but either way, it's originally from an album called Dirk Wears White Sox. Say Valise, right? Who taught you to torture? What a crazy drum roll. We are, okay. So we are, the delivery of you by multiple voices. Hey! Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, give me. I could use more of that fast section though. it does sound like we're talking BDSM sort of stuff, whips and, whipping posts, and perhaps there was a cane in there, and, who taught you, what you do. Perhaps less serious and a bit more cheeky than a song like Master and Servant from Depeche Mode. Obviously a different sonic atmosphere indeed, like very post-punk. In a way, I was thinking, I did a Tubeway Army reaction earlier. It wasn't quite the same sound, less electronic, and the vocals weren't as Android-esque. But there's some flavors there that, reminds me of that association. But yeah, an intriguing tune, and at first I wasn't quite sure, is that kind of what, going into it I thought the whip might be something like that, but I wasn't sure at first, but then it seemed like, okay, it's very much in that territory. And as I said, the chorus was amusing to me, especially the you line. For some reason, the multiple voices, the way they hit it was sort of an intensification, like in the overall run of the phrase of the chorus. So yeah, a funny tune, an interesting tune, very briefly, like almost a more formal, like punk tune. So I really enjoyed that section, but ultimately, yeah, some cool, like edgy guitar work, and seemingly a very like cheeky subject matter. So ultimately, again, I heard a couple different things about Adam Ant and Adam and the Ants, so ultimately I'm very new to this, but keen to hear more from an artist that I've known by like very vague knowledge of the phrase Adam and the Ants for a long time, but never really went into this, the actual music. So cool to catch up on it now. Big shout out to Han Solo once again. Let me know what you think. I'll see you next time. Peace.